Junkertown was reworked with the launch of Season 9. It seems the Queen did some landscaping on her front yard. Let's have a look. Hey guys, I'm Deemzies from the Omnic Post. Season 9 is the gift that keeps on giving. On top of the rework to competitive, the core gameplay changes, and the Pharah rework, they also did some work on the Junkertown map, which was rather unexpected since they already did a lot of work back when Overwatch 2 launched. But the result is rather interesting. Let's have a look. Alright, we're going to start out right here at the attacker's spawn, as one is supposed to, with a pristine bike that has not been hit by a bunch of frustrated teammates just yet. And as we venture out, you won't notice as much of a difference unless you're loading into the night version of this map. I specifically took the day version because I wanted to compare it with the other footage I had of the old version of the map. But the night version looks pretty cool. I'm going to add some shots of that night version right at the end of this video. But nothing too different right here just yet. Just the payload looking all explosive as always. That truck that was added with the start of Overwatch 2. But the changes actually start right here with this sofa. This sofa has been the bane of my existence in Overwatch and Junkertown specifically since the start of Overwatch 2. Because when they did the changes to Junkertown with the launch of Overwatch 2, they moved that sofa. Now they had moved the sofa, but they forgot to move the cushions. So the cushions were sticking out of the sofa, but they finally fixed it. It's actually the first thing I checked and I loaded into this map. Now I can finally sleep again. Thank you, Blizzard. But anyways, the biggest changes are happening right here after the corner. Now, if you think back to the previous season, which was yesterday, then there would have been a van with a car on top of it right there in front of us. And now it seems to be a whole stack of cars. Like, it doubled. I don't know. Did they make babies or something? Do cars do that? Now, over here, there's a new rock formation that seems to have come out of nowhere, but, you know, that's how it goes in nature, in video games. But that is definitely going to give some more cover down here. The biggest changes are happening right here, just outside of the gate. With the start of Overwatch 2, they added a little barrier right there, and it was the outhouse that was added right in front of the side entrance. So that little barrier was replaced by a whole building that looks like it definitely took some damage over the years. Judging by what is inside of the building, I presume it was a barn at some point, and there is a small health pack right there. Even though that the spawn point is right around the corner, but I presume that that is for either the defending team or the attacking team. Well, that spawn is not opened yet. Now, this kind of create an interesting situation because I think the defenders will be able to push a little closer to the spawn point now. I have to see how this turns out. But the idea was to break the line of sight of a Widow or a Pharah. Although we haven't seen a lot of Pharahs on this map. But, you know, with the new Pharah, that might have happened. And the little outhouse was replaced by a whole water tower. So I guess they needed an upgrade. But all of these changes narrow down the path through the gate again. So this is starting to look very different from the Overwatch 1 version of this map. I personally yet have to play it on an actual game. So for now, I really can't give my opinion on how this is actually going to work out. And as you know, I tend to keep my opinion for at least a few days, preferably a few weeks. Because, you know, change, we all need to get used to new stuff. We shouldn't get too upset too quickly. But overall, I think it's an interesting change. Their goal was to kind of make this approach of the first gate a little easier, and I think they definitely succeeded with that. Apart from that, it's always kind of fun to see these new items added to the map. I mean, there's no new lore hidden in here, at least for as far as I know, but it's just fun to see the maps evolve over time. It keeps the game fresh and interesting. But anyways, let's move in. In the second section, there aren't that many changes, there's just one. See, back up here, there used to be a health pack, and that health pack is gone now. So defenders have one less health pack to help themselves out. That being said, there are still a lot of health packs around. So the big one right here around the corner is still there. There is one right here inside the building in Bruce's. Another big one. And then there's another big one around the corner. And if you keep getting pushed back, you retreat to that big health pack, so shouldn't be much of a problem, but I can understand why they removed that one up there. Someone needs to tell Tiny that they're about to lose their license plate. Alright, we're going to move on to the next section, the third section of this map. That has 2 changes in total. The first one is not that obvious. I really had to look for it. Actually, I had to look for both of these changes on this map because while they are kind of substantial in size, they don't stand out that much. By the way, what is happening with the frame rate of that fan? Has it always been the case? It looks like a PowerPoint presentation. an anime version of the fan. The fan seems to be turning pretty smoothly. So, the first change is actually happening right here. Can you guess where it is? You're getting a little Dora here. No. Okay, I'll tell you. You see the beam on the left, the beam in the middle here, right in front of me, is a new beam, the vertical beam. And it should help with breaking the line of sight for people that are on the top platform right there, because that is a very popular sniper spot, and it actually has a pretty deep line of sight, which was problematic at times, and now they'll have to kind of push a little further in to get the advantage. So this beam is new. And then the second part is way back here. This hallway has been made wider, apparently. I do not have like old footage of this hallway to compare it to, but I do know that this huge canister right here is new and is used as an obstacle because this is kind of a popular spot for some of the fights. I've died here many a times. Makes sense that they would accommodate this little room for battle a little better than it actually was. But that was actually it. Those were all of the changes. Nothing too dramatic, nothing that is kind of tied into the lore, but definitely, in my opinion at least, improvements that you're going to feel and that you're going to notice as you play the game. And if they would later on remove them, you would definitely miss them. It was kind of surprising to see them update Junkertown, as I said, but I think it is important to keep evaluating the maps and seeing if they can make any improvements, especially with some choke points and some problematic situations, if they can resolve them easily with the adding of some obstacles, with some new beams, broadening a hallway. No, I wish it was as easy in life to make changes to your home, but anyways, let me show you some shots of the night version of this map. Enjoy. And that was it. Tell me, what do you think about these changes to Junkertown? Let me know in the comments. A big thank you to my patrons for their support. You guys are legends. And you too can join the Omnic Post family over on patreon.com/theomnicpost. Make sure to check out this video in which I discuss all of the skins that we are getting in Season 9. And check out my streams on twitch.tv/DeemziesTV. But above all, make sure to subscribe. Alright, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Bye bye.